Welcome to LT Outdoors, the channel with everything the outdoor world has to offer. Sun is coming up, vibe is going down. Fish are all a-biting and jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come on, let's go. It's time for LT Outdoors. I'm talking LT Outdoors. Might go hunting, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little fortune too. I'm talking LT Outdoors. I hope you enjoy the show. Look at that. Hello everybody and welcome to LT Outdoors. In this little video, I get asked every single year how to fillet a pike. And I've done videos before. I'm going to do another one. I think I'm going to try and do one each year. That way it doesn't get buried under all the other videos and people can see how to do it. It's not that hard. It's just a matter of practice. Practice. You know, practice does make perfect. And with pike, it's different than the rest of the fish that you fillet. You don't fillet it the same at all, and you get a few different cuts out of it. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do this, and when I'm done, you'll know how to do your own pike. Alright guys, now every year I've showed this, but like I said, my videos get kind of buried into all the other videos and people have a hard time finding them. So I'm going to do one every year just so people can see how to do them. This is how to fillet a pike and get the bones out, so you're going to eat boneless pike meat. That's right, even though they're a bony fish, this is how you get the boneless fillets out of them. First, you want to have a good sharp knife. That's always the key to everything. Second, you stand your pike up after you clean him up nice. I've already washed this one up pretty good. You want him standing up to get your first cut. Now, you're thinking probably, why would you do that? This isn't how you start a fish. Well, that's because pike are totally different. Now, what I do is I start right behind the head, make a cut straight down till I feel it get hard. When I hit something hard, that's the spine. All right, that's what you want to hit. You want to run once you hit that spine. You turn your knife sideways, and you're going to follow right along the spine. Follow right along that tough part on the back. Once you get to the fin right here, cut upward and cut it off. Boom. That's your first piece of meat right there. You will feel that there's this strip. You can even see it. It's more like a gristle strip than anything. It's not too bad, but I still remove it, and I'll show you how I do that. But first, we're going to get the rest of these fillets out. I'll show you how to do these other fillets. The second fillet that I like to get is the actual fillet, which basically you're filleting the fillet of the fish. It's kind of confusing, but what you do, and you can actually see, if you look real close right here, you can see the bone line. You can see it clearly. That's where those Y bones are. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to fillet, that's going to be your fillet. Rather than normally on a regular fish, you would start right there. And that would be your fillet. But this time, you're actually starting above those Y bones. So you're going to be filleting your normal fillet. You don't get as much meat, but it's going to be boneless. And I like to cut straight across here, right off the bat. And you'll see why. But this is going to be your next piece of meat. So just continue to fillet right along those. You'll feel those bones. Even cut right along here to make it a little easier. But just fillet right along top of them. Okay. Boom. That's going to be another boneless piece of meat right there. The third cut, because you get 3 different cuts off these pike, the third cut is the tail section. Just start right here where you made your cut go through and cut this right off. Boom. That is your third piece of boneless pike meat. Okay, now if you really want to get into things, this is something a lot of people don't know. You can get a cheek off of your pike. I don't know very many other people that do this, but it is good. As you know, the walleye have cheeks, and they are delicious. Well, pike have cheeks too. They're not as firm as the walleye, but if you like walleye cheeks, you'll like pike cheeks. Alright, let's flip this guy over, do the same to the back side. Now, on the back side, we're only going to have 2 cuts of meat because we already got rid of our back strap. So the first cut is going to be this one down the side where you're going to fillet the fillet. Then I'll make my cut right along here because this is the whole side that I'm going to be taking off. Now again, if you look at the side of your pike, you can clearly see those bones. You can see where those Y bones will be. They're going to be white, they're going to stick out. Cut right above them. Don't get too close, because the closer you get to them, the better the chance you have of cutting through them, and then you're going to have to try and pick them out of your meat. But again, you're just going to fillet right along those bones. Just carefully cut right along top of them. Try not to go through them. If you go through them, it's no big deal, but you got to pick them out. You'll feel them in your fillet when you're done if you do cut through them. But as you can see, it looks like I'm missing a lot of meat, but I'm not, because these are all the bones. The Y bones are all through that piece of meat right there. All through it. It's all bones, so don't worry about that. Continue to fillet the fillet. Cut around those fins there. Alright, that's going to be my second boneless piece. And again, cut your tail section, because that is your other boneless. Boom. Alright, now we're going to skin it, and I'll show you how to get the last parts of the bones out. Okay, now some of my subs have recommended before, so I will try it. I've done it in the past. I don't like to dirty my silverware. I live alone. It's pointless for me to do more dishes than I have to. But I'm going to show you guys how to do it anyway using a fork. Usually when you watch my videos, you'll see me pin down the fish with my finger. That's usually how I do it. But today I have a dirty fork from dinner, so I'm going to use the fork to pin down the tail piece. I'm going to do this on all the sections, but boom. Skin that piece out right there. Now the only bones that you'll have in here is this strip right down the middle. And it's barely, there's not much to it. But I don't like any bones. You know, if I'm going to do a boneless piece of meat, I want it to be completely boneless. So I cut that out. Cut that center strip out. And you got 2 nice pieces of meat right there. Totally boneless. Not a single bone in there. Alright, now we're going to do this one. This one I kind of cut up a little bit when I was trying to get the fin out. Same thing. Pin it down with the fork. And run right along the skin as close as I can. I love this knife, such a good knife. Got it at Wellman's. They carry some good knives there at Wellman's. Alright, now this one you don't have to cut anything out of. Once you've peeled that off, that's boneless. You just gotta skin it. So that's ready to go. I'll do the other side fillet here. Again, this will be completely boneless. Already, I don't have to cut anything out of this. Oh, still slips, even with the fork, especially pike. They're slippery as it is. Nope, cut through. Yeah, that's what I get for having a sharp knife, but that's okay. I can fix that. It's a good thing to have a sharp knife to be able to fix the issues. Oh, I don't want to tear it. Don't really matter if I tear it, I'm still gonna eat it no matter what shape it's in. Okay, yeah, that's all right. That's nothing bad. All right, another boneless there. Back strap. Now this piece I'll be cutting a little bit out of the middle, just like I did the tail. Okay. Now out of this one, same thing. You can see where the bone line is, right across there. Same thing. I'll just cut it right out. Cut that little bone strip out of there. And 2 back strap pieces. And then I got my last tail piece here. See if I can skin this without messing it up. Oh yeah, I got her good. And same thing on the tail. On both tail pieces, you do have that little strip of bone. You can feel it. It'll be right down the middle. And just cut her right out. Cut the center right out of there. It's more like gristle than bone. Just little bone, but I don't like it. So I cut it out. I want it to be completely boneless. And these pieces here, I'll tell you guys, these make for perfect tacos. I'll even cut them up into even smaller pieces, but look at all that. That's all meat I just got out of that pike. That's a lot of meat right there. So there you have it. That's how you fillet a pike and get all the bones out.
LT Outdoors has been brought to you by Widowmaker Lures, quality tungsten jigs. Northland Fishing Tackle, check them out online for a huge selection of lures. Wellman's Bait and Tackle in Oscoda, Michigan. Heavy Metal Custom Lures, a great selection of plastics and much more. Liquid Willow Cat, check them out at liquidwillowcat.com. Cowboy Coffee Chew, a cup and a pinch. Crooked Bend, quality food plot mixes. Drake Clothing Company, quality outdoor clothing. And Shelly's Shirt Shack, where all the LT Outdoors merchandise is made.
Feed the fish!